So, Brian, let's start recording. Go off.
Okay, so the last DR I did was before live night. So live night happened. I won the HOH. I know, we know I talked about this. Okay, right after. Sorry, I did say because I nominated Gizmo. He's in the hospital. Got him out. Lily won HOH in a fucking battleships competition. The worst fucking thing that could happen. I'm like, oh my god, she's fucking nominated me because I just nominated her. Like my fucking luck. And so that vote with Gizmo, it was a little weird because 4-2 for four to Gizmo go, two for Lily to go. And we knew subs was randomized to Lily, but we didn't know who the other vote was for Lily. And so we thought it was Chips at first because Alex was on called me Timmy and Ruthie and said he was voting Gizmo. And then Lily was talking to me about it because I just was like, I just want to know, just because I nominated you last week doesn't mean I'm targeting you. It's just that it gets me out. Please don't nominate me. And she's like, there really is no scenario I see without nominating you. I'm like, understandable. And she was just like, I just want to know what about that voting. I'm like, yes, I will write out any information I have, anything for you, Lily. Just please try to keep me safe. She's like, yeah, I don't want you to go either, anyways. I'm like, love to hear it. But I'm just like, well, I heard that it was Chips, and then said it was randomized. And she's like, I don't think it was Chips. I was like, okay. And she's like, it wasn't. I'm like, well, that's just. She's like, who did you hear from? I'm like, I'm not. I didn't hear anything from Chips, but I heard from Timmy, Ruthie, Alex, and Jay that they voted for Gizmo. And she was like, is it possible that Alex lied to you? I'm like, I think it is possible that Alex lied to me. I didn't realize this, but I was actually, with my good social relationship I kept with her, even though she's nominated, she still with me. I influenced her to nominate Alex, I think, because I don't think she wanted to do it if she only had Chips backing it. But when she heard me, I think I accidentally influenced her to do it, which led to the horrible move of her not nominating me and Timmy L next to each other. Come the veto. Timmy wins it, takes me off. I also get a steal of vote power after being nominated. I was like, wait, Brian, did you just finesse this? So now that me and Timmy are both safe, what? She nominates Chips after Chips, and she's like, "It's what points back to you," and he's like, "They're literally lying to you." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I really think it was Alex now," and it's just so funny because oh, really just misplayed this week, and I was really scared for a second. And the do want, and she misplayed it, I think, because I influenced her to vote nominate Alex because I was just
So,
ratting on
what
him.
do you think about the powers that people got? You got the seal of it. Lily got Aladdin's flying carpet, which means she can be safe in the next two rounds.
Yeah, that is interesting. Why did she get it the next two rounds, but I only get it for this round or the next round?
Oh, because she gets it for the next two rounds because it can't be used this round, even if she wasn't HOH, because she was already the round's already basically over.
Oh my gosh.
But your
Interesting.
vote steal can be used this round. That's why we decided it can be used this or next round.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, even if Lee is safe, I think with Chips going, that everybody's going to nominate Lily and she can't compete in HOH, so it'll just get burned out that week. And it's whatever, that just gets burned out. And I think we'll just, I wonder, it depends on who wins HOH. Would they just nominate Alex and Lucy? See, the weird, I have, oh my gosh, I also, my mind, my brilliant mind, we were all, me, Timmy, Jay, and Seb were on call, and Timmy's like, so let's just make an alliance now. And me and Timmy both in alliance with Ruthie. We just won't say anything, and we don't say anything during the PMs. We just like simultaneously play this rat game. I was like, oh, we're doing that. We just went along with it. We just like mind connection. Like, we're
So
gonna do that.
you're in alliance with everyone except
Except,
Chips, Alex, and Lily.
yes, but here's the thing. I also have a really good relationship with Alex, which nobody knows. I think I kept it secret, unless I haven't. But I think I have. And also, me and Ruthie are really tight. So
So what makes you
now,
think it was Alex that did the vote last week? Is that just a gut feeling, or
well, Jay said he like swore in his mother's grave that he didn't, that he voted for Gizmo. And I know Timmy and Ruthie would do it. Unless Timmy's playing big brain and just wanted to get focus on other people. Kudos them. But yeah, I
so? Are
think
you already
it's,
looking forward to the end? Do you want you
oh my
say? I
gosh,
mean,
I
from
want,
my perspective, your closest ally is Timmy, but do you want to take him to the end, or
oh, think Timmy's just there for me to have as a shield. But like he's keeping me around. I was like loyalty here. We love to see it. I would not want to take him to the end. Um, the person I would love to take to the end would be Alex, because I feel like it'd be really easy to beat him.
So you think the vote is like? How do you think this vote's gonna fall? You're thinking of voting Chips out, probably.
Yeah, I think we're voting out Chips, which is good because now Alex stays, and I don't know. Just like I don't think
Has
Chips was
Chips
nominated.
done any campaigning to you, or Alex?
Well, we found out that Chips copy and pasted the same message that said "Don't vote me out" to me, Sub, and Jay, and probably other people. So yeah, they didn't like that, and so we're voting out Chips. I was like, okay. I mean, cool.
So you're not using your vote steal this round.
No, there's no point. Why would I want to? I don't really care enough for either. I need to keep that just in case I'm on the block next round.
Fair enough. I don't know if what's up? What else has happened in the game? Anything like? Are you going to try to win the next HOH?
I was thinking about this. I definitely was thinking about it, and I came upon a conclusion that I'm not going to try and win it because I think that if I do, even if I do go up on the block next round, because I didn't win HOH, I can use my vote seal to stay safe. And then knowing that I'm basically going to be like, usually the only reason I win HOH, I don't really want to nominate anyone. It'd be for if I need safety, not really for the power. And if I'm going to have that safety, even because I have the power, then why even go for it? Why not just save being able to play HOH in the next one so I don't get like, so it's like for kind of like delaying the whole process. I got into this week where it's just like I couldn't compete in the HOH. So that was just kind of a burden.
So with presuming Chips goes this week and then Lily plays her advantage next week and can't be nominated at all, who would you like to see out in that scenario?
That is a really good question. And I actually have an answer to it. And it would be Seb. Because the only reason I have a connection with Seb now is through Timmy. And I think that Seb is the person that Timmy wants to take to the final two because I think it'd also be easy to beat Seb. And I think, and so it's kind of like, I don't, so it's kind of like, hopefully I'm still kind of hiding that, but I kind of noticed it with Seb kind of like latching onto Timmy. And so, but
Because
me
it
and
was
Seb,
weird from my perspective. I thought you wanted Seb out like earlier in the game, if that's when he was
yeah,
against Jill, right?
yeah, yeah, it is true. And then he also said he was going to nominate me, but then Gizmo said that he wanted to nominate me. They've kind of, they didn't fight, but like they both wanted to nominate me because I was just so popular. But because we hadn't talked and we still haven't talked. But then we were on call and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad we had this talk, Steph. Like we really needed it. And I tried and I put on my nice fake act. And he's like, yeah, me too. Which I'm like,
You said
good.
earlier in the season that you couldn't be fake, but I see you're growing and be in the fakeness category. I love to see it.
But no, I really do mean it because I do feel bad that I didn't talk to him. And it's just like it's not like, and it's not because I don't like it. It's just like we just never talked. And once we just didn't, I messaged like half the house and then waited for other people. But he just ended up being by chance one of the people I didn't message first. So then we just, and then he then messaged me. So then we just didn't talk. And then we had short conversations because I said I was going to vote him out in week two. And then all the votes ended up actually being on Jill. And I'm like, yeah, I just went with the majority, Tiki. And it was kind of
So you're
awkward from
more
then.
loyal to the alliance with Ruthie and Timmy rather than the final four you just made with Seb, Jay, and Timmy.
Listen, listen, I think it was cute, but it would have been cute if it was made like, in the beginning of the game. Not when four-person alliance is literally half the people left playing. I giggled to myself. I'm like, this is bullshit. I would not want that to be the final four. No, I don't. I am fine with um making sure that Seb doesn't nominate me. So really hoping, but I think it's gonna be Alex targeted because Ruthie just wants to nominate inactive people, and so she might nominate like some like Alex and Jay or Alex and
It's really
Seb.
sad as a host to hear inactive people at the final eight, but wow, uh, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But continue, my bad.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know if Seb's actually active or Interest is like we just didn't talk to each other. But from what I heard, I don't think he talked to Ruth either because that's what we talked about. But then the voting would be majority because that's what she said. Because what she said when Lily won HOH and nominated Timmy and Liam, well, she said that she just wished that she would nominate inactive people because I think Ruthie's like kind of like she's with us. She is with us, so she's going for us. But also, like, she's just playing nice with everyone else, so no one nominates her, and she's also not winning competitions. It's like that's just her game, not like feigned against her. Like it's
But
working for her. She's doing
from
it
what
really
you just
well.
described, uh, I was going to ask you, who do you think is playing the best game at the moment? Like, you can say yourself, but it's up to you.
I want to say myself. I wouldn't have said this 2 weeks ago because I still would have think it'd be too early. I want to say myself. The only person in this game left that I think would nominate me is Lily, but she can't win HOH, so I think I'm set because again that four
But
person
you're,
alliance. I think because I don't think anyone's going to target me. I set myself with the alliances.
and do you have like, if like with the alliances, once it get down to numbers, you got to betray each other. Are you confident that like no one will take a shot at you once it gets down to the nitty gritty?
Yes, because so I do think Timmy has definitely played. He's played a really good game, but I think it's just like he's had to play from all time. He's played so well that he's such a threat that it won't be the best game. Because I think if he is on that block later on, it just ends up being that he will get voted out over me. I think it'll be easy to convince people because he's played a really active game. He was able to get out. Timmy goes on, and it's kind of just like I worked with him, but kind of like have him as the meat shield. And if it does end up being like me on the block against like one of the people outside of the brigade, I think Timmy will rally to keep it because I think Timmy wants to keep it unless he ends up just like wanting to cut me at the end, like I'm trying to do to him. It's just like I've been thinking about it. It's been going over in my head. I'm getting to the toxic part of my UCB where I just obsess over the games. Just like I
So
can't
you're
stop.
happy with the position you're in right now. I can tell. But um, who would you want to win HOH next week?
Um, I would love to see a Ruthie win. Oh my gosh, because I know she would nominate me, and I think, and she doesn't have any limits. Like besides me or Timmy, she would just go after anyone, and I think I have no idea what she would do. I don't think she'd try to win it unless she does, but I don't think she's been trying to win
So you
HOHs.
think people have been throwing competitions this season, and if so, who? And like,
I don't think about it that much. The only person it's just like I've noticed that Ruthie hasn't like won any competitions. I'm just like, well, not even one. But then again, she also wasn't picked for vetoes. But then again,
understandable. Are you're available all? This ain't a confessional question, but you're available all day Sunday for around like what's your availability for Sunday for the live
Oh,
HOH?
yeah, that's fine. I can do that whenever.
Okay, cool. So you're open availability. All right. It's hard trying to get everyone to have the same schedule, but you know.
Yeah, yeah, I get it.
But any
But
more
yeah,
questions? Anything else you want to say in this DR?
I think my wordplay with that alliance name because I just want to spell it out. I want so brigade, BRUHGAYDE. I'm impressed by myself, and the group chat picture is on my picture of two women with a pride flag wrapped around them with the text saying, I hate gay people so much it's unreal. Also my contribution.
So let's get a little shady. Who do you think's playing the worst game at the moment? Like,
um
I mean, it's just a game. I would understand if someone said to me,
Alex. It's
Alex.
Alex. Alex is Jay's fucking hilarious on calls at least. He just can't win any comps because he's always at work. But I'm just like, so I think he's playing. So even though he's not really playing well, at least he kind of has that going for him. It's keeping him in. Alex just doesn't talk to anyone and he doesn't do anything. And that's why I think he threw that vote. Because I think he was just trying to at least like make some kind of move because he knows he hasn't done anything. But like, I feel like he kind of got blocked.
Are people like listening to you when you tell them you think Alex was the vote, or you think they're just dismissing it?
I didn't really talk about it. I only talked about it with Lily, Timmy, and Ruthie.
And you
And
mentioned in the brigade earlier. If
I
I
did.
believe, yeah.
Oh, I did say it. Fuck. Sorry, I forgot. Um, do I think people are listening to me? E- Ooh, I don't like seeing my whole face close up. I don't know. I don't really care though. It's just throwing it out there because I don't care if people acknowledge it. I just want people to like at least think about it because then it might add up for them. Like it add up for me, but it doesn't really matter. Just confusion. It's funny, and no blame can go on me because I was HOH, so I couldn't even vote, and so it was really
Oh,
cool.
did you throw that veto at the live
The
night, or
slide
did you?
puzzle?
Hmm.
No, no, I'm just like really, really good at jigsaw puzzles and really, really shitty at slide puzzles. Like jigsaw puzzles is a one mental comp that I can do.
Understandable. Well, I don't think I have anything else to ask. Is there anything else you want to say in this DR, or?
Um, yeah, just an update as always on my mental state as I progress through playing this game. I think it's good to take mental notes of it. Um, my anxiety for these games came back really, really hard with being nominated and with the veto. Like it was bad, and I remembered. I remember why I stopped playing these because I get such bad anxiety and I start freaking out. And I was like, oh no. And I'm like, why am I getting anxiety? I'm like, it's because I care about the game and I really want to win. And I'm such a sore loser and I'm so competitive and I hate it.
A question I just thought of. Are you like th- thinking about jury votes and how to put people in a potential jury, like the way you do it?
Yes, I have. I have thought about the jury votes for a while. So there's presumably starting with the jury of nine. I had a really good relationship with Timmy G. We ended up in good terms. Um, Me and Liam were close, but I think he's closer to Timmy, which is why I didn't want to bring Timmy to the end, so Liam would be more likely to vote for me. Um, Gizmo would not vote for me, so his vote is then canceled out by Timmy G's vote. I'm just like, okay, I took the trade off with them enemies. At least I got one jury vote for me from people that I was going after. So I'm just like, cut your losses. Um, then, oh my gosh, it's only three people on the jury now.
If Do you
I,
think Chips, if he leaves this week, you
yeah,
would have his
Chips is,
vote potentially?
I do, because I know I was the last one to talk to him, because me, Timmy, and Alex were talking about it last time we talked to him. And we had a couple good chats. I mean, just like, and then we had that one Jesse vote flip where he finally flipped. But other than that, not much. But we did have some good chats. Um, Lily, my social connection with Lily is just like I just kept it. I was like, I know I'm going after. We both know we're enemies. We're just keeping that social connection. It's kind of like I'm keeping you close, so y'all know you vote for me. But she's also I think doing the same thing, and it's just like we both simultaneously see it, but also just like she's a nice person to talk to.
So you think Lily's like a big target for everybody after this HOH week?
She's a big target for me. I don't know about everyone else, but so and then I really like my relationship. I have a me and Jay have always laughed a lot. I don't know if he would actually be mad if I got him out. Me and Tim are close, and me and Ruthie are close. We have that alliance, so like I don't know if backstabbing them might lose it, but I do it respectfully. I wouldn't lie to them. If I won HOH, I wouldn't lie to them if I was gonna nom them. I would tell the truth.
Valid. That's a good. I love to see it. You're playing a good social game right now, from your perspective. Do you think you are?
Yes, I did. If you asked me this yesterday, I would have thought I was playing a horrible social game. But looking at how today went, I'm like, wait, I am playing a good social game. Most people are all going to perceive me as a threat after this week.
Don't let the anxiety of the game get to you. It's just a game at the end of the day. But try your best. But of course, don't let it get to you too much.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, oh my gosh, Brian, you need to calm down. Like, don't go psycho.
Especially since you're in school right now, I think, and then you're a lot to do. Yeah.
Yes. Oh
But
my gosh, I didn't do school because I was just freaking out about the game night later.
don't let that happen. No
I
one wants that.
know, I know.
Get the
I
education.
Yeah. No, I've been really good. Usually, okay, but like usually this would happen like literally every single eviction night when I used to play these. So that I've gotten so much better. This is like the one time it's happened so far in this game, so it's really nice.
Oh,
It's an
okay.
improvement.
Do you think that's because you're playing better than you did in other games? I haven't saw you in other games, but is that just a guess?
Um, yeah, I think it's just because like I'm not like younger anymore. I feel like I'm a little bit smarter now. I'm a little bit calmer because I did not also I wasn't smoking when I used to play these games. I think that's dulled me down a little bit.
Weed calms you down. I love weed, so I feel that.
Yeah, yeah, it's really interesting.
Um, I would just like to say, when you applied, I didn't know you were, but I knew Madison did. So I'm really happy
Hmm.
that you played. I'm really been enjoying watching you play so far. So keep doing it.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I've been trying to keep it really entertaining because I know Madison loves the drama. I was like, well, I know how to provide it. Even if there's no drama, I'll make it dramatic. Just with my retelling.
Okay. Well, I will stop the recording. I don't know. I guess there's nothing else to say.
Last thing,
Okay.
listen, I need my beautiful profile pictures. They are what gives me the meaning of vanity personified. I love looking at my pictures of myself. If
You would have
literally
took the
takes this,
strike if you had had this frog one.
yes, if Lily gave me that punishment, I really would not use that profile picture. I think the ribbon thing was cute. I'm like, no. I have you seen the profile picture I had to use during Furby?
I did not. What was it?
I'm going to send it because I know I have it in my gallery. Madison seen it. Oh my gosh, and that's why she left when I said not another game.
Oh, I wanted to ask you this. No, so you're not using the vote steal at this moment this week. So no matter what, you're
No,
probably going to use it next week.
yeah.
Okay. Do you think the person you steal will be mad at you, or depends on the
Does
situation?
it say? Does it say that who I stole from?
Yes, they'll know their vote was stolen.
Oh,
Oh my
that
God.
goes away.
Was that for the whole season or just for like a round?
It was just for
Still,
a round. It was just for a round, but
did you
it
get
was
that?
yeah. That's what I got. I had to have that as my profile picture. I think it was for like a week,
Oh,
actually.
I, I would not have liked that.
And I saw that frog picture, and I was like, thank God, because I didn't even have it as pictures of myself before, because I was too insecure. But now I'm back, and I had gained narcissism as a personality trait after going to college, and now I love just changing my profile picture all the time. It's so funny.
Got to keep it to keep the bitches updated and the fans updated on what you look like.
Period.
I I'm gonna stop the recording. I gotta get
Yeah.
back to work. But it was nice
Okay.
talking to you, Brian.